103.2 Preston FM.
We dare to be different.
We started in 68, became Nazareth in 1968. We had all played in bands previous to that. We started writing our own stuff about that time. So, you know, it was just we started off doing human jukeboxes at first, and then started writing our own stuff. Got signed, started recording in 1970, 71, and then in the early 70s, 73, 74, we got a hit called Razamanaz, and the first single in Britain was a song called Broken Down Angel. And then after that, we had 5 or 6 or 7 hits in Britain, 2 or 3 hit albums, but we were lucky enough to take off in other places like Europe and South America, Canada, and the US. So we've had quite a long career. We've been at it for 40 odd years, and we managed to get hits all over the world. So it keeps us busy, you know. And we're always sort of too ugly for MTV and things like that. So we had to go out and tour a lot.
Right.
Spread the word.
Brilliant. So you celebrated your 40th anniversary, 2008.
Yeah.
And you've actually, although you haven't been quite in the public eye quite so much, you've actually been touring and performing all that time, haven't you?
Oh yes, the band's never split up or anything like that. No. Yes, we have. The 80s were a bit harsh on rock bands, you know. But generally speaking, we've been okay. But like I say, because we got hits everywhere, kind of thing, we could always sell tickets. You know, we couldn't get rock played on the radio too much, the mainstream radio, and but we could always sell a ticket. So that's what kind of kept us going. And then in the 90s, Guns N' Roses covered one of our songs, and that sort of gave us a boost again, because a lot of young people that were into rock were going, "Oh, who are they then?" So we had a nice wee punt up there for a while. So we got a bunch of new young fans there. So that was good, you know.
Right. So talk us through the current band lineup.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the current band lineup. Right. It's Pete Agnew on bass and co-founding member. Myself on vocals. Guitar player and now producer is Jimmy Murison, and the drummer is Lee Agnew, who's Pete's son. He became a drummer when Darla, our original drummer, died, unfortunately, on the road. He had a heart attack. It was a genetic thing that ran in his family, unfortunately.
Right, so you're playing some live dates around the country at the moment. For people who are coming to see you playing live, what can they expect to see?
Well, I mean, obviously, because Nazareth had a lot of hits in Britain, and a lot of our older fans, I'll be wanting to see them. So half of our set's kind of spoken for, and we'll have a new album out called Big Dogs. So we'll be doing 2 or 3 songs from that, and pretty much other stuff, you know, just like it's a sort of Nazareth's greatest hits tour with some of the new album, I guess, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now you're coming to play in Clitheroe on the 15th. Have you ever played in Clitheroe before?
Yes, we have, I think.
What do you think to that area?
I'll be honest with you. We travel so much. I find it difficult to remember what places look like till I go back. You know, because you arrive kind of either early in the morning because you've travelled overnight, or at tea time, and then you play and then you leave. You know, so it's hard to tell sometimes. You know, but I seem to remember the crowd's being okay.
Yeah,
and
that's the main thing.
I kind of like playing in Britain anyway because it's home and it's got that kind of homey feel to it. You know.
Brilliant. Okay, so you've got your new album out. It's called Big Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where did the title come from? And has the album got a particular theme?
Well, it's a song. It's from the song. There's the first track on the album is a song called "Big Dogs Gonna Howl," and it's a really good rock song. But it's a kind of tongue-in-cheek thing. It's about a guy that's a wee bit past his sell-by date, and he's going out for a night. You know. To show that he's still got it all going on, but he really hasn't. You know, it's kind of a laugh.
Right. Okay. Now, if you're going to pick a couple of the songs off the CD for us to play and sort of talk through, which would you pick?
Well, the ones we're playing just now are Radio and Jesus Comes to Save the World Again. But mainly because Radio is the one that we all had a history. Well, Pete and I especially. We had a history in radio because when we were growing up, to hear rock music, you could only get it on like Radio Luxembourg and stuff, you know, back in the day. So your radio became real important to you, you know. Whereas now you can get so many different kinds of music all over the place, and communications are way better. But I mean, in those days, it was really kind of important, you know, to have a radio. It was like, wow, you know. And the songs just, well, in praise of radio, basically.
Songs that take you back. Songs that make you think.